Hey everyone, welcome back to Food Prep Inc. Today we're going to be preparing this King Arthur Baking Company pull-apart garlic bread mix kit. So if you have lost your box or you just need a visual guide, we're here to help. We have got, I believe, everything that we need assembled here. If we need more along the way, we'll find out. This is a little bit more of a complicated recipe compared to other things, so stick with me. You're of course going to need your garlic bread mix kit. We're going to need 2 tablespoons of melted butter, also an additional 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Mine are not melted yet, we'll do that later. 1 cup of hot water, a food thermometer because we do want to make sure that the temperature of the water is correct, a half a cup of shredded cheese of your choice. I've got mozzarella, some additional flour for dusting your bench, a bowl to mix things up with, a pan to bake this in, a fork to mix things up, a brush, you don't necessarily need that, but to put on the garlic butter coating, and a bench scraper. That's just for me to cut the dough up with. You don't have to have one. If you don't have one, it's perfectly fine. Some saran wrap and some oil to grease our pan with. Next, I'm going to go ahead and just open up my flour, my yeast, throw those into my bowl, and add in my butter. Set aside your little garlic seasoning mix. If you'd like to support this channel, the easiest way to do that is using our Amazon links the next time you shop there. Now we want our water to be, their recommendation is about 115 degrees Fahrenheit to 130 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're gonna need 1 cup of that water. Go ahead and toss it into our bowl and mix everything up until a shaggy dough forms. All right, now that we have all of that flour incorporated here, we're going to lightly flour our surface and then turn out all of our dough. Once you make sure that all of your little bits of dough are sticking to the big ball, I like to do a little bit of a rocking motion, and we're gonna do that for about 2 minutes until it is bouncy and smooth. If you find your dough is getting a little sticky, go ahead and readjust your flour. Just keep spreading it out so that you are not getting it too sticky. Right about now is whenever I'm feeling the texture start to change. It was previously pretty bumpy and still a bit firm to the touch whenever I would need it. And now it's getting much more soft and pliable, and it's feeling more smooth. Now this is what we mean whenever we say we want the dough to be bouncy. I just formed this into a little ball, put my knuckle into it, and it did bounce up a bit, but we want it to spring back a little bit quicker and not leave quite such an indent. So I'm just gonna go ahead and knead this for another minute just to see if that can make a little bit of a difference. And we've got a lot more spring there. If you like what we're doing here, please consider sending a super thanks. It helps us continue to provide more amazing content. Let's go ahead and grease your pan. I'm gonna use a 9-inch round. You can also use an 8-inch square, 9-inch square, whatever you'd like to use pretty much. Got that greased up, set it aside, and then we're gonna go ahead and put just a tiny bit of flour out so that way our dough doesn't stick. And just to make this easier, I'm going to cut my dough up into smaller segments because we need to make this into 24 pieces. So since we need 24 pieces, I'm gonna cut this into 4 separate pieces and then make each of those 4 pieces into 6 pieces. Now you're just gonna roll each one into a ball and place it into your greased pan. Now that I'm getting them in the pan and I'm seeing what will fit, I'm just gonna manipulate these around a little bit so that they're not quite so crowded on the edges. Now we're just gonna take some plastic wrap, lightly spray it with some cooking oil, and then just cover the top of your dough, sit it somewhere relatively warm, and let it rise for about 15 minutes. All right, it has been about 20 minutes and we are back. Our rolls have puffed up a little bit. I'm just going to carefully unwrap my rolls because we are gonna use this saran wrap again. So we've got 6 tablespoons of melted butter here, and then we've got our garlic packet. So we're gonna open that up and mix it into our butter. It is time to pour this over the top of our bread rolls here, and then once I get it poured on, I'm also gonna take my brush and just kind of brush it on there so that everything is coated and yummy. Okay, now we're just gonna cover that again, set it to the side and let it sit for about 15 minutes. Now, what we're going to do in the meantime though is preheat our oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit so that way when our 15 minutes is done, we can go ahead and pop these in. All right, it has been about 15 minutes and we're gonna go ahead and take our saran wrap off. And now the final step before the oven is putting on the optional cheese. So we're gonna put on about a half a cup of mozzarella. Really, any cheese that you want, you could probably do on here. I have also went ahead and put this on an additional sheet pan because the butter is right up to the top in some places and I don't want to mess on my oven. Now we're going to pop this into the oven for their recommendation of 22 to 28 minutes or until golden brown and the cheese is melted, everything is bubbly and gooey. So I'm going to come back and let you know exactly how long this takes in my oven. Hey guys, so it has already been 28 minutes and my center is definitely not done, but my edges are getting a little bit on the too golden for me side. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some foil and I'm just gonna kind of make a circle in the center of it so that I can do this and be able to cover the edges so that they don't burn, but still be able to have my center cook more. So we're gonna pop this into the oven and see how long it takes. It has been 41 minutes in my oven. So next time I'm making these, my recommendation would be to give the center even more space around it. So maybe place 1 or 2 central balls in there and then don't put anything around them touching. Leave a little space so that those can bloom out and heat through at roughly an even amount. But the foil over the top definitely helped. I am glad that I put the tray underneath because the butter did leak out. So here is our completed King Arthur Baking Company pull-apart garlic bread mix kit. If you guys would like to know how these taste, definitely check out our other channel, 5 Minute Eats, where we're gonna give you a full review and let you know if we'd purchase them again or not. But in the meantime, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye. All right, guys, that's the video. If you like what we're doing here, definitely check out our other channel, 5 Minute Eats, and don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.